All right. These are CETL acronyms. There's 70 of them. So I'm just going to read them and flip them. So here we go. TCO is total cost of ownership. I actually knew that one. Ugh. BCP, business continuity planning. I totally knew that one. I don't know why these keep doing it backwards, but whatever. ITIL is the Information Technology Infrastructure Library. So I wonder if I flip it there. UDL is the Universal Design Language. Oh, no, it's not actually. Universal Design for Learning is what that one is. And then IDEA is the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act. And then NETP is the National EdTech Plan. I actually didn't know that one. Interesting. SMART. Oh man, this is like let's see, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. It's a goal structure. Goal structure. SMART. I like it. AUP, acceptable use policy. That one's pretty easy. Whoops. Yeah, AUP, acceptable use policy. The SAMR, I know that's a model of some sorts. It is the substitution, augmentation, modification, redefinition. That's like a progression model of some sorts. The LCP is a, whoops. Whoa, I'm all over the place here. Okay, stop it. Learning continuity plan. I've never actually heard of that one, but whatever. Sounds awesome. And then we got VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol. It's like a phone that goes through data, not through analog. UC is not from the commercial. UC is Unified Communications. All your communications coming together in one fantastic place in Post. Let's see. SCORM, SCORM, SCORM. That is the Shareable Content Object Reference Model. That had to have been created like during the pandemic. I should probably not guess though. DBDM is the data-based decision making, which, you know, let data drive your decision making. It's cool, I guess. CC, not Corner Canyon. Common Cartridge. I'll have to look that one up. I don't know what that one is. SSO, single sign-on. That one's pretty easy. Let's see, SWOT analysis. That's your strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. So that's like an analysis you do. You can do it with people. You can do it with systems. You can do it with implementations. You can do it with all sorts of stuff. EPEAT is the Electronic Product Environmental Assessment Tool. I guess that's like how much your stuff affects the environment. That's going to be part of the business part of the framework where you're trying to be green. PTAC, that's going to be the Privacy Technical Assistance Center. I don't know what that is. It's cool though. All right. ADL is going to be the Advanced Distributed Learning. So that's cool. SQL, that's a database language. Structured query language, you use that in databases. Whoa. HIPAA, so this one's not an acronym per se. This is actually a, provides the ability to transfer and continue health insurance coverage for millions of American workers and their families when they change or lose their jobs. Really? That doesn't seem right. That seems wrong, but whatever, what do I know? COPPA, yeah, COPPA. This one is Child Online Privacy Protection Act. That means that if children are going to be on your network and you're a educational institute, you make sure that you're doing your best to protect them from the dangers of the internet. COPPA. FERPA is a federal Family Educational Rights and Privacy Act. So that one is more that, you know, when children are being educated, they have that right, and they have a right to privacy as well. with their data. So you have to, if you're going to implement a new system, you should probably make sure that they are FERPA compliant. CTO, the goal of everybody probably taking this course. You want to be the chief technical officer, or chief technology officer is one you've also kind of heard, I guess. ROI, return on investment. So you're going to make an investment. What are you going to get back? That's a pretty standard business term, I would think. SIPA. This one is another, law, Child Internet Protection Act. Again, if you're going to have children on your network, on the internet, you need to make sure you're doing your best to have firewalls and filters and all these things in place and protect their data. So let's see. FMEA. Man, I don't remember this in the course anywhere. Failure models and effects analysis. That's cool. These ones are easy. KPIs, key performance indicators. Yeah. Or key performance indicator. That's like your metrics. That's good stuff. SDLC. Ooh, that one actually went to the right one. SDLC has nothing, so we'll skip it. VOI, value of investment. So what is the value you're going to get on your investment long term? Let's see. Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats. SWOT, we've already talked about SWOT a little bit. PLC is a professional learning community. So PLC, it's good stuff to know. NETS is your National Educational Technology Standards. NETS. Interesting. VOC is voice of the customer. I've never actually heard that one, but cool that it exists. RSS is a really simple syndication, like RSS feeds, where it's just very direct information. SAN is the storage area network. That's part of your data center, typically, is your SAN. So ODBC is open database connectivity. That's where your databases talk to each other. Super important in today's connected world. JDBC is Java database connectivity. I'd imagine that's a similar thing to the last one, but just more Java focused. ADO is ActiveX data objects, so probably something to have to do with ActiveX. Yeah, I know, right? Thank you, Captain Obvious. You're killing it. OLEDB, this is another database one. Online linking and embedding database. XMLA is a language, extensible markup language. It's kind of a web language, I would say. And we're getting there, 42 out of 70. So ERP, that one's a pretty important one. Enterprise resource planning, that's like having one kind of, a lot of people have ERP systems. That's your HR, your finance, your grade book, all that stuff in one big system. SIS is your student information systems. Those are all like your databases that keep your student information. For us, it's Skyward. There are definitely other systems out there that do it. Whoopies. API, these are your application program interfaces. These are another means to tie things together. If they have a good API, you can tie them together like a database with inventory, which would tie to a database that shows that inventory to a principal so they can see their devices in their building. ESB, Enterprise Service Bus in all caps. Are these all in all caps? Maybe they are, and I just haven't been paying attention. I feel like they're not. No. SAML, SAML, it's going to be your Security Assertion Markup Language. So that's SAML. LDAP, this is your Lightweight Directory Access Protocol. This is, kind of ties into single sign-on a little bit. Typically when you're looking for products, solutions, you want them to have LDAP so you can get single sign-on set up with them. QoS, Quality of Service, that one's kind of self-explanatory. IAM is an Identity and Access Management. So that's who you are and then what access you get to what systems. It's a system that could help with that I would suppose. SETDA, SETDA. I don't know if they say that one or not, but that is the State Educational Technology Directors Association. I'd imagine every state has one of these where the tech directors get together and talk about the things they're going through and collaborate and share information. COOP, COOP, is the Continuity of Operations Plan, so that's probably part of your business continuity. I would imagine it's part of that framework. ICS is your incident command system, so incidents could be tickets, could be bigger scale things with your data, etc., etc. EOC is your Emergency Operations Center. That's part of your business continuity, disaster recovery, all of that, those kind of systems there. NIMS and IMS, not a wrap group. It's the National Incident Management System. So if there's a big incident nationally, that's probably the system you would get an RSS feed from. PSTN, Public Switch Telephone Network, that's probably your analog system, but just in case there's no data, that you can get data or communication through. MRC, again, another one in all caps, monthly recurring charges. Those are something you look at when you're evaluating systems. We're almost there. 57 out of 7. I can skip it. Nice. CPE, interesting. That is your Customer Premise Solutions. I don't know what that is, but CPE. QoE, that's your quality of experience. It's how good the experience is using a system, the quality of that experience. NEMA, 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 National Electrical Manufacturers Association, that's what NEMA is. It's cool. We're 10 more. GASB, GASB is your Government Accounting Standards Board. So I'm sure that's if you're part of government, you need to adhere to those standards. DART, that's cool. DART is a good one. District Analysis Review and Assistance Tools. So probably something that you'd use as a CTO or a tech director to really look at your district and find what you can do to do things better. RFP is a request for proposals. That's usually something you do if you're trying to get a new system in place. You'll write an RFP, put it out to vendors, etc., etc. PO, used by purchasing, that's a purchase order. Usually a PO number is associated with that. Typically part of your buying process. RFI is a request for information, probably a prior thing you do before an RFP. That's my guess anyway. NAEP is the National Assessment of Educational Progress. This is probably something that has to do with your, how you're doing as an LEA, is my guess. SIF, ooh, Lord of the SIF, just kidding. That's your School Interoperability Framework. That's how everything kind of, how does everything talk to each other? How disjointed are your systems? How much, data can you mine from your systems? Hopefully you have a good SIF in there to get that done. IDM is your Identity Management. That's just managing your identity, right? Who you are in the network. COBIT, C-O-B-I-T, COBIT. Control Objectives for Information Technology. That's COBIT, and we are at, number 70. MTTR, mean time to repair. That probably has something to do with your repairing devices if you do in-house or if you send them out. What is the mean time to get devices repairs? What's your turnaround time when a device comes in? What's the kind of average when you expect it to be back out? And that is the 70 terms. This is a nice little 15-minute video. I'm probably going to pop it on YouTube as a reference to listen to kind of get some of those terms in your head as you prepare to take a CETL test.